Welcome back to the fifth installment of our Lockdown Breath Hold series. Today we have something for those of you that are tired of being tired because of the fact that they are tired of being tired. In the previous video, I introduced you to CO2 tables and how to adapt them to your level. We had the three variables that we could manipulate: number of breath holds, length of the breath hold, and the recovery time and the interval thereof. Today I will introduce another variable: movement. Instead of just lying down or sitting, we can do breath holds while moving, whether that is walking, cycling, static cycling that is, swimming, or any other exercise during which you can hold your breath. The difference from static tables is that doing breath holds while moving stimulates the CO2 production much quicker. As we move, there is a quicker buildup of CO2 than when we are still. We also have a lactic buildup as our muscles start working anaerobically. On the one hand, these active tables are easier than static tables because you have something to do instead of just waiting for the urge to breathe to hit. On the other hand, they can be much more intense because now you have to deal with a much quicker buildup of CO2 as well as a buildup of lactic acid. Let me give you an example of an apnea walk. We still keep the same number of breath holds, but then we measure, instead of breath hold time, we measure with distance, whether that is meters or paces. Let's take 50 meters. Our eighth one, and we have a similar recovery time like with a normal static. So let's start off with 1:30, and let's reduce it by 10 seconds each time. So 1 minute, 50 seconds, 40, 30, and let's keep it at 30 and end. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are faced with the same question again. How do we measure the length of a breath hold? Let me show you using an apnea walk as an example. First we have to do 3 warm-ups. 1, 2, 3, and then we have our max attempt. On the first warm-up, hold your breath and walk until first contraction or a set distance, say 40 meter or paces. On your second warm-up, equal that distance and add 5 to 10 contractions and another 10 to 20 meters or paces. And then on your third warm-up, you double the contractions, meters or paces. And then on your max attempt, you go as far as possible. Always remember to do your recovery breathing or your hook breathing after each breath hold. Please make sure that you have a buddy with you, walking next to you, watching you. Blackouts are a very real risk when doing max attempts. They should be close enough that they can catch you before you injure yourselves. Ideally you want to do this on a lawn or on a sandy beach, but for now your garden or your hallway will have to do. Now that we have our max, let's say 100 meters or 100 paces, we use 50 to 70% of that and use it for our table. Remember, as with static tables, you can manipulate these variables by either increasing them or by decreasing them. It should be challenging, but doable. Let me give you a few examples of exercises you can do while holding your breath. Static cycling for one. Cycling with your legs in the air. Raise legs position. Plank position. Stairs and steps, walking and swimming. For those of you who want to get back to surfing, you can tie your surfboard leash to a tree or a post and paddle in the pool while holding your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another variation to any of these activities is to do just one breath. Let's take an example of 30 paces. Walk for 30 paces holding your breath, then do a big exhale, inhale, and off you go. Another 30 paces. Hold, hold, hold until you get to 30 paces. Exhale, inhale, and off you go for the next 30 paces. Once you reach that, exhale, inhale, and off you go. Do at least 8 of these if you can. With any kind of table, it is essential to have someone with you, not just for safety's sake. Your body is there to keep track of time, to cheer you on with that irritating, gleeful smile. Suffer, baby, suffer. In all honesty though, a buddy can be the difference between completing a table and copping out. For those of you that are sitting at home alone, call your buddy, put him on FaceTime or Skype or WhatsApp call or Zoom, and have him walk with you, so that there's at least someone that can see what you are doing. Some might ask, what are the advantages of these tables to static tables? Or is the one better than the other? There is no definite answer. But anecdotally, freedivers report that they experience far greater advances from active tables to static tables. Let us know what kind of exercises you came up with and how you compare the two experiences. For those of you that enjoyed these exercises, and for those that didn't, I will have another video where I introduce another form of CO2 tolerance training that is much less invasive than the traditional tables. It is the one that I believe should become the staple of freedive training. I will also be announcing some exciting news. And no, I'm not pregnant, but thank you for asking. In the next video, we will be talking about hyperventilation. That topic will of course not be complete without the Iceman, Wim Hof.